Hi everybody, and welcome to another edition of Tuesdays with TJ. And I'm trying my best to contain my excitement and keep it professional. But I don't really have to be professional with you. But I am in New York, and I happen to hook up with my girl Sherri, and we are now in the rehearsal hall of The View. Oh my God!
But somebody, this is my girlfriend. What?
I remember when Sherri would call me so excited that they had given her 10 minutes at the Comedy Store and wanted to know would I be willing to roll with them. I'm like, yes. And now to see, what's the 7, 8 years?
70. I've been here. This will be my 7th year here at The View. I've been in New York for 7 years. Almost a decade. I got gray hairs that are older than my wig.
You know, the blog is about resilience and teaching people how to build their resilience muscle. When you look back at your life, what is the one event that just knocked you flat on your butt?
I think it was when my son Jeffrey was born at 5.5 months. He weighed 1 pound 10 ounces, and he was in the NICU, the neonatal intensive care unit, for 4 months. So I was told that he would have cerebral palsy, severe mental retardation, shunts in his brain, that he would have paralysis. That one laid me out.
I'm sure. I remember that.
It was hard. It was hard to deal with life.
Yeah, I remember that.
Yeah. The doctor said that he was, you know, basically that was what he was facing, and he was going to have a lifetime of challenges, of surgeries, of a lot of pain, because he also had severe brain bleeding on both sides of his brain. So my ex-husband and I, he's an ex-husband, at the time we made the decision to take him off life support and let him go to heaven. And when we got there the next day, my husband said, "Son, your mother's here." And his hand moved up, gripped his life support tube, and then it fell back down. And as they went to disconnect the life support from Jeffrey's body, because he was going to take his last breath in my arms, the neonatal intensive care unit doctor came in and said, "We did a ultrasound on his intestines, and the hole that he had is completely healed." And so we knew that God was saying, you don't get to decide when he comes home. That's my decision. And we made a decision right there that no matter what package Jeffrey was wrapped up in, that's how we would take him. And he's fine. He has developmental delays, but he runs to the door. He's not paralyzed. He says, "Mommy, you're gorgeous. Keep your wig on, Mommy. You look pretty with your wig on." He tells me he loves me. He kisses me. Yeah. He's a smart, smart little boy. Yeah. And he says hallelujah when we go to church.
So then when you think about that, what is the one exercise that you could say that you can point back to and say, you know what, that's how I started building my resilience muscle. That's how I started getting stronger.
I think knowing that tomorrow would come and that things would always be better the next day. Like always knowing there's a light at the end of the tunnel.
So when I heard Sherri saying, knowing that, you know, the next day would be better. For those of you who have read 40 Days to 40, my first book, you know that the third pillar is just keep waking up. And you know that that was born in my hospital room when I lost my daughter.
Dot.
You remember?
Yes, I remember Dot. Girl, that was your baby.
And so
Dot.
It was so dark during that period, and I couldn't pray. So I made a deal with God. Like, you do your part, and I'm going to do mine. And mine is to just keep waking up. And there's certain things that God will bring into your life that you can't do anything but just keep waking up and holding on to the next day and the next day and the next day. So your resilience exercise for this week, if you are out there and you're going through something that's so painful that you just don't see your way clear, we are a living witness that you just have to just keep waking up. I'll see you next week for your next resilience exercise. And until then, remember to hug yourself for me. Thanks, Sherri.
Love you. Love you more.